Hey guys, we are back with the Camille and Karen show. It's Camille.
And I'm Karen.
And guys, we freaking did like 30 minutes of recording and the fucking thing wasn't recording.
Watch your mouth.
Oops, accidents happen, Karen. It's PG.
Yes. Yes.
So guys, our camera stopped recording, so we have to redo this over. So we're gonna get started. So Karen usually does her face, no, her eyes first.
I do.
And I usually do my face, so we're gonna go with Karen's routine. And we're gonna show you guys how we got these looks.
Yes. So I used, for my look, basically Pat McGrath and a little bit of Charlotte Tilbury. I start with the primer, and this is Pat's primer. This is really great. It's like a gel and almost a serum and a gel texture. So very light, it feels nice and cool on the skin. I like to start with that first, and then I get into my brows. So I recently purchased the Charlotte Tilbury, her Supermodel Brow Set, and this is 3 pieces. So this is your brow cheat, which the brow cheat is the one with the slimmer tip to it. And then of course you have your spoolie on the other end. Then you have her brow gel, which has that smaller brush to it. So it really goes in and makes fluffy brows. And then you set everything with the clear gel. So I do like it. It works really well. Colors are nice too.
Like and it's like, it looks natural like brows.
Yes. So she did really a great job with her brow products. And then I am using Pat McGrath, the Divine 2. So the Divine 2 is beautiful, like pinks, rose colors, a little bit of bronze in there. These colors are great because some of them shape shift a little bit. So if you're one of those that love it, starting out one color and turning a different shade, you will love like that Sextra Terrestrial color. It shape shifts quite a bit. Pat's palettes, they really are face palettes. So I use this color here, the pink in the center, as a blush. And, you know, we kind of talked about this before, but a lot of people squawk about her palettes being so expensive. She is a luxury brand company. The same with Charlotte. It costs $71 for her lash set. That's not for everyone. But if you love a little bit of luxury and you love people who, you know, are in the industry and they're the ones creating, you know, the best products, it's worth a try. And also her liner. So her liner, you can see I'm really using this guy. Super rich, like an ink black, and it is so waterproof that even using remover doesn't always get it all off. Sometimes I'll wake up in the morning and still have a little left. But great for those rock and roll and smudgy, you know, eyes that you want to do, or smoky eyes. So that's how I start. I do the eyes because I'm not a makeup artist. I am just a person who loves makeup. So I do get fallout, I make mistakes. I always do it right with my skin.
Right.
So I never have to worry about my foundation not looking the way I want, but I do have to worry about my eyes not maybe being the best. So that's why I start with eyes first. In case I don't like it, I can, you know, start from scratch all over again. And then my lashes. We're based in Houston, and Lash 7, she is also based in Houston. This is the Ethereal brand. So
That looks good.
yes, Lash 7, she
like
makes
those.
great lashes.
So pretty.
So that's my eyes.
So for my eyes, I'm gonna start off with the brows like Karen. So I do have a brow secret, but you have to comment if you really want to know the secret, because I'm not just telling anybody my brow secret.
What? Well, I'm out, man.
Okay.
Yes, you got to go to her Instagram
Yes.
page. You'll see it. It's really cool.
Yes. So first I used a 24-hour brow setter from Benefit. This is a clear gel. It's kind of similar to glue, but glue for your brows. So this is going to help get your brows to kind of stay in place. And definitely if you're a person who have like bushy brows and you can't get the shape you want because your brows doesn't really shape, this is what you're gonna use before or after, or before and after. So I use this before to kind of get them shaped and to stay put in place. And then I also use the 24-hour, it's the MAC,
That's
the Big Boost Fiber Gel. So I have the one before this one, but it's been discontinued. So this is the newer one. So this one actually has fibers in it. So when you brush it on, it's actually going to fill in your brow as well.
Nice.
So this is in the color Stud. Now I do use this one more towards the end, and when I get to the front, I kind of brush up lightly because I still want that natural hair effect in the front. And then I go in the front also with the brow microblading pen. This is a waterproof pen. It has three little points on it, and you kind of flick it up in the front to kind of give you hair-like strokes. Now, if you're a person who have no brows and you want a really natural brow, you can only use this. Probably use some of this to kind of get it going, and just use this to kind of draw all your hairs in. And it's going to give you a nice, awesome look. And then on my actual eyes, guys, I use the One Size palette by Patrick Starr, and it's freaking amazing. There's so much pigment in there, it's crazy. So this is how the palette looks. Some really fun pigmented colors. Nothing too crazy. You have some really good neutrals in here and some fun colors on this side. So I use the Manila Sands, as you can see, like on my lid. And then I use the Turban Legend in my little crease. And I also use a little bit of the Booked just to kind of blend in my crease a little bit more, so it won't be too harsh of a black that's going on in there. Just like a super matte look. I like matte looks on me.
That's really pretty. That's a good, nice palette.
It's not too many colors in there.
I saw it when it came out, like online, but I've never actually seen it up close.
It's some fun colors, and the colors are really pigmented. Now I do use, for my liner on the top, I use the One Size Point Made liner. This is a super jet black, pitch black liner.
How black is it?
It's really black. My favorite. It's really black, and I don't like liners that say that they're black, but they go on like ashy. It's like a gray cast. It's it's just not black to me. So under my eye, I use the Inglot liner. Like, we all know about the Inglot liner. It's a classic in the beauty industry. It's the most blackest liner that you're gonna find. But before I use Inglot, I did use the NYX gel liner, and that was amazing. I think they just stopped making it because I can't find it anywhere. They might still have it at certain stores. Maybe it just sells out fast. So I just got the Inglot, but I do still love the NYX. I just can't kind of find it how I would normally find it. So this is good, but the NYX one is good as well. So these are amazing. I use this at the top, and I use this on the bottom. Always. Now for my lashes, I'm wearing just regular beauty supply lashes, but for the mascara I use, before I put on any lashes, I always use my mascara on the top and the bottom. It's the They're Real Magnet Mascara, and it has a magnetic formula, and it also has a magnet in the brush to help the formula and the brush kind of stick. So when you're brushing your eyelashes upward, it's keeping them in that direction. So it's keeping them curled and lifted versus using some mascaras and you're kind of trying to make it stay up and then your lashes are still kind of falling down. So this formula helps your lashes stay lifted and curled, and it's a flake-free formula. It's kind of waterproof too in a way, but it's a flake-free formula. It's smudge resistant, and it's really freaking amazing. You gotta get this. It's all over TikTok and YouTube. I'm sure you guys seen all the videos about this thing. If you have no lashes, you're gonna have a lot of lashes with this, okay? And then for glues for my lashes, I do use the glue pens. However, you guys might have to try different ones, because if you wear like those spider lashes that's like huge, some pens might not be a strong hold for those lashes because they're so huge. But if you were like, you know, like natural lashes, or like how yours and mine is, you'll get a good hold. So definitely play around with the glue pens to kind of see which one has like the strongest hold for you. But I do use this, and I also use, if that kind of runs out, I do use hair glue, which is so bad, quote unquote. That's what everybody says it's so bad. But I use a little bit of hair glue on my lashes. I don't use a lot, And if a lot kind of comes on it, I kind of take my finger and kind of swash it through to get a lot of it off, because you only need a little bit of this stuff. And I did used to use the duo glue. However, I had a bad experience when I went to the club. Mind you, I switched from this to duo to kind of follow the right path. And then I'm going to the bathroom. You know, ladies, when you go to the bathroom, it's sprucing up. And I look in the mirror and one of my lashes is gone. And I'm like, what in the, you know what?
Beep, 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 beep.
And a beep. I'm like, I'm not using duo anymore, because duo did me so dirty. So this has never strayed me away. So I'm not doing it. But I am interested in, I think Karen uses a black duo. I think I'll try this one.
I do.
Yes.
Yes, I like the duo. The black, to me, is a lot stronger in the hold. And then also, I know that it looks navy here, but once it goes on, it dries black. And I like that it has the brush applicator, so that makes it a lot easier. But yeah, I do like duo. I mean, I'm not going to the club, so I haven't had that experience.
I would try that. I'll try that
but
one.
But I do like it.
The liquid ones in the tubes, it's just, they don't do it for me.
I think the reason I've never tried that particular one is because they're white, and I know that it says that it dries clear. It's just, for me, I like the black. I feel like it's easier. My lashes are dark. I don't have to worry about it.
And guys, I do clean up my brows with the Too Faced concealer. The Born This Way is super full coverage, and this is underneath, but on the top I use the MAC Studio Concealer, the Studio Finish Concealer, and then I use it in kind of closer to my skin tone at the top, because I don't like those harsh like concealer lines.
Yeah.
So at the top I use a cream to kind of make sure it looks natural at the top. At the bottom I use the Too Faced concealer. It's a super full coverage concealer. You can use it all over your face. It's freaking amazing. I have like more colors of these, but I use these two when I do my brows, because I do like a natural kind of brow, in the sense of I don't like those harsh outlines where you can see it.
Yeah.
I like the natural look. So that's it for my eyes, guys.
Nice.
Period.
So we're gonna go to the face. One of the things that about me, when I use a line, I use a line. Like I like to get into all of it and see how it works. I'm not usually doing a separate concealer or a separate powder from the foundation. I try to get everything together. I'm a super beauty, I don't want to say junkie because that sounds so harsh. Woo, there's a fly. Okay, so he's joining our party. So let's start with foundation, since we did eyes. I am using Pat McGrath's foundation. This is a number 31. So it has like a little bit of warmth to it. It's not red or orange, but it is a little warmer. I tend to be neutral in my skin tone. I have a little bit of red, but I also have some yellow in my undertone as well. So this is perfect for me. The concealer, I have a couple of her concealers. 27 is gonna give me a little bit of brightness, but not anything crazy. It's super natural. And then I take a number 24 and just do like a little dollop in the center and brush it through to give like a little bit more brightness. I don't have to, but I just like a little bit of a highlight. One of the things I notice with brown skin, oftentimes we're a little bit deeper in our perimeter and lighter in our center. So I kind of learned from reading Bobbi Brown's book back in the day that you want to play that up. You don't want to actually hide it, because you don't want just flat skin. You want still to have that dimension in your skin. So that's why I like to play with concealers, and usually I'll buy 2 or 3 of them and just kind of like, you know, play with the color underneath and get a little brightness. So Camille Pat makes under eye powders. These guys are so soft. They feel like butter. So that's the deep, but she also has a brand new yellow.
And it looks so
good. I used the deep, and then I went back and took a little bit of the yellow today and put it underneath.
It looks so smooth.
They are. They're super, the texture, guys, is super soft. So even putting my brush in, it can almost break the powder up a little bit. So you just have to like tap, yes, and then just I press it underneath. And then this is her setting powder. This is deep. It has a beautiful net in there. So, you know, once you put your brush in, it's like a trampoline. It will bounce down and pick the pigment up and bring it up. So it's not spilling all over the place. But her powder is so rich. I use the biggest, fluffiest brush because it almost is a little bit too dark. I don't mind having darker skin. That's not the issue. But I don't want to be like a completely different color. So I go very lightly with that fluffy brush and I just kind of do like a tap, press and roll type motion on the skin just to set.
I like that too, that looks really good.
And back to the palette, I used these two to make blush. So, you know, again, her palettes, they are an investment, but they are a face palette. You're not getting just eyeshadows, you're getting highlighters in here, you know, you're getting shadows, you're getting face. You can even use that as contour if you wanted, the deeper color. So, Dame Pat McGrath, you can do no wrong in my book.
And I love the colors. I like that her packaging is black and gold.
Yes.
I love
it's a hard case. I mean, it's luxury.
Definitely luxury.
Yes.
And guys, so for my face, with the foundation, I do use the 24-hour Super Stay from Maybelline. I do use the color Cappuccino. There aren't a lot of colors in these. I wish there were, like the actual Fit Me collection is. But this one does not have a lot of colors. However, it is a waterproof formula, so it's definitely mask friendly. Me and Karen, we do have a lot of foundations, which we do have a video on just foundations. However, we are in the mask kind of century, so I want to wear something that's not going to kind of come off with my mask. So this is a really good formula, and it's a velvet matte finish. So you're not going to be super dry with this. And if you're a dry person, you can absolutely still wear this. Just make sure you primer really good.
Yeah, make your skin juicy.
Yes, I don't like using primer for my skin per se because I'm super oily. And I have a moisturizer that I use, which kind of acts as a primer as well. And I do wear sunscreen too. So I really don't use certain primers. But the good thing is, Karen uses a primer, and you can still get the same amazing finish. So that's why, you know, it's good to have two different spectrums, so you can kind of see, you know, some people use primers and some people don't. But you have to use a good moisturizer.
Definitely.
Moisturizer is a must.
Not an option.
Right. You have to have a moisturizer.
Yes.
So yeah, so I use this as my foundation. Now I use the Estee Lauder Double Wear Concealer as the concealer I use. It's the Radiant one. They have the regular formula, but that one is just a little bit too dry, so you get a lot of cracks, and I don't like cracks or whatever.
First of all, let's get one thing straight. Crack is cheap. I make too much money to ever smoke crack. Let's get that straight, okay? We don't do crack. We don't do that. Crack is whack.
So I got the Radiant one. This one is in the color Medium Deep 4W. The W's do tend to be a little bit more warmer. However, it's good to sample out colors because sometimes a W is a neutral for some brands, because some brands really don't know what warm and cool and neutrals are. So it's good to kind of sample them on to make sure it fits you really good. This one is really light, which I like because, like you Karen, I like the little highlight.
Yes.
But not too much, but too much. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I've seen some that are really.
Yes.
And then again, if that's you, that's awesome. I like a little bit of natural, just with a tiny bit of brightness.
And this one is a waterproof formula. It's a prolonged wear formula, so when you wash your face, this is still going to be on. So wash about 2 to 3 times because this is going to last. I am a waterproof kind of girl. I'm a full coverage waterproof prolonged wear girl. I don't want anything that's going to come off easy. So I do set my concealer with the Maybelline loose powder. I go from medium deep to light medium. It's 30 and 20, and sometimes I use a 25 as well. But these are some really fine loose powder, but it gives you a smooth finish, which I love. I'm obsessed with anything that smooths your skin because I like a skin-like finish. I don't want texture on my skin. So going into that, to set my face, I go between 2 powders. I go between the Studio Fix powder by MAC, and I go between the Soft Focus powder from Black Radiance. These powders, literally, they do the exact same thing. They're both full coverage, and they give you a nice smooth finish. Some powders give you a more textured cake look, and from cake, a cake face is like a texture face. Like when you look at a cake and see icing on it, and you can see like the ridges of the icing. You know, it looks like fingers. Somebody just did like this and just licked it. That's what a cake face is.
Not
it's,
the
it's
licking.
texture, right?
Oh.
So these give you nice, smooth, soft skin where it looks like you don't have any texture, because we don't like texture over here. We like smooth skin, okay? And then for my blush and bronzer, I used a Toasted bronzer from Hoola. This is a black girl friendly bronzer, a brown girl, dark girl, any kind of like dark pigmented skin. It's a really nice, it's like a reddish brown. I love this bronzer. I use it to contour my nose too. It's amazing. And you can use this as blush too.
Yes, I would use that as blush.
It's amazing.
It reminds me of Fashion Fair's chocolate chip, ladies.
Ooh.
Who are my age and remember that. Chocolate chip was the bomb.
It sounds interesting.
It was gorgeous.
And for the blush, I'm using the Black Radiance blush in Brick House. This is a amazing, it's like a wine color, but it goes on like really pinky. So I like it. It's super pigmented.
Yes.
Super duper pigmented.
Yes.
And as a highlighter, I use the dual finish highlighter from Lancome. This one is 4 Dazzling. It's what 04 Dazzling Bronze. Now these are some amazing highlighters. Besides the MAC highlighters and the Black Radiance ones, these give you like a wet skin look without you wetting your brush. So these are really amazing. They are pretty pricey, but they are worth the price. So let me show you. Like, I don't know if y'all can see that, but it literally gives you like a wet, why am I using this? This is finger care.
Oh gosh.
Why am I using that finger?
Gosh.
But it gives you like a
Not the
nice,
bird.
a nice wet look. And I have like 3 colors. I have the 4, the 3, and the 2, or the 3, 4, and the 5. I have 3 of these because they're different colors, but they're amazing.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk about my lips since that's our last thing. I used the brown border, but no, I'm sorry, Brown Nouveau from Pat McGrath. And then I also have one of her lip glosses. And this guy is this beautiful bronze shade. She makes fantastic lips, you guys. Her glosses are never sticky or tacky or leave that gross residue in the lips. Although, one thing I will share, that gross residue often comes from people being dehydrated. I know a lot of people don't realize that, but if you're not drinking enough water, you're not staying hydrated, that's a lot of times when you get that like white cakey stuff in your lips. It's not always because a product's cheap, because you can pay $4.99 for a gloss and it be awesome. But it has to do with your hydration levels too, with getting that cakey stuff.
So for my lips, I use, these 2 are from the Nika K brand. Well, this is actually, yeah. And this is from the beauty supply store. So I have a lot of these. This is the vitamin E one, but they have like a cucumber one. They have like an aloe vera one. I use that. And this is the lip pencil one. Now, this one does say Revlon on it, so I must have grabbed the wrong pencil. But I do use this one as my backup lip pencil. So this one says my emergency pouch. Because girls and ladies and boys, you have to have a backup of certain products.
Oh yeah.
But you only leave your backup in your purse, in your emergency pouch. Because just in case you forget to do something, you'll have your backup, okay? And then I use this in the center. This is from Unique Cosmetics. It's one of my friends in Houston. She has a brand called Unique Cosmetics. She's a makeup artist actually. And she sells like lip glosses, liquid lipsticks, and they're absolutely amazing. I use this to kind of put it in the middle when I lined with the brown pencil. I use this to kind of get that juicy pink feel. And then I went on top with the Nika K lip gloss. I love juicy lips. However, with the mask, it's not juicy lip friendly right now. So it's so good that me and Karen can give us, you guys, these juicy lips because we wear masks all the time.
I know.
Yes. Now to finish it, since Karen doesn't wear setting spray, even though she doesn't need it because she's already beautiful.
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome. I use the Professional Super Setter Spray. This one acts as a primer and a setting spray. Like I said, guys, I do not use primer, but sometimes I do use this because it's a waterproof formula and there's no alcohol in this. So this kind of fills your pores in as well. So you can use this before to fill your pores in, and you kind of fan it to let it dry to give you like a smooth finish, and then use this afterward because this is a waterproof formula, and this does lock on your makeup for 16 hours. It softens the look of your pores, and it's, yeah, it has a mist too, so it's like a mist. It's amazing. There she goes. It's like a mist, and I always, you guys, you want to fan it in. Don't waste your product. Fan it in. Yes, Karen, you can have any. Give me my product, Karen. But this is an amazing formula. They actually created this to kind of help people makeup not get on their mask. So this is a really, really, really good formula. It's amazing. I want to say this is not their first setting spray. I heard they had one years ago. So this is, they're going back into the setting spray game with this one. So this is really amazing.
Well, it's the time to do that. So.
Absolutely. And I think that's everything.
That is. We covered everything today. I do want to do an honorable mention.
Yes.
So in our promo pictures that we took, I did the Pat McGrath her lip, and this is just a relaunch, guys. Unfortunately, the first time this collection launched, I wasn't able to scoop it up.
And we'll insert the picture here so you can see the lip. Okay.
So it's this beautiful pink glitter. Hopefully you can see that. She's gorgeous.
She's beautiful.
And you do get the gloss as well that's gonna go on top, and
Ooh.
a pink lip. So basically I had lined earlier with her Brown Nouveau liner, just like my Cupid's bow and like the bottom, and then I filled in with the lipstick and used a brush. I put a little bit of the gloss on my wrist, dipped my brush in, and then dipped it into the glitter and just kind of pat it on, because I watched the video
You get
on
it,
her.
Pat McGrath,
Yeah.
pat it on.
There you go, boom, there it is. So yeah, I just pat it, and that's how I got the glitter on. So this is my get up for today, and I think that one of the things we're gonna do from time to time, we'll talk about what we used. We'll bring everything out and kind of talk about products. We'll talk about different lines. You can see Camille has a lot of different product, and then a lot of mine, you know, the majority of mine was Pat, with a little bit of Charlotte Tilbury. So we'll do this from time to time. I think just talk about, you know, what we like, bring it out, discuss it, talk about price points.
Yeah.
I like a lot of luxury brands. I've been trying them lately and kind of branching out. And Camille likes to do a lot of shopping, and she'll find like cool stuff, whether it's in the beauty supply or whether it's Ulta, a drugstore. She goes in and like really digs and finds products in like unexpected places. So this is like a good